Do, 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 do. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, October the...
Oh, shoot. 29th. Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. Katie's here.
Hey, guys.
I'm here. No, most of you guys might not be here because this is our kind of a randomly odd-timed episode. Normally, we're Tuesdays at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Today's clearly Wednesday, 9:45, 42. Little different. And it's our season finale, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Shanahanigans Live. That's the show you're watching. We started this about 3 years ago this month.
Gosh.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Really?
Many changes. Everything's changing. But yeah, no, so I figure, I don't know the exact date, if it's like early October, mid-October, late October, but I figure Halloween's coming up, good time to reset. Yeah, and it's also a good time to ask a question. Who knows, maybe the next season we'll have a different instrument. I don't know what else I have to do this with.
A room full of stuff.
The question is, right, is Ray card.
It's sarcastic.
It's time for
Shenanigans Live.
Katie requested a faster intro, so I'm
like
obliging
that.
as recording.
Sarcastic.
It's time for oh, what? Too fast?
No, it's
Is it?
perfect.
Is it too
It's
fast?
perfect.
Katie's going to complain about the speed of the intro, even though it was like a season finale, and this should be celebrated and drawn out as long as possible. Do you have any words before we end this?
Oh,
This season.
Thanks for hanging out, guys.
All right, people are joining us. Season finale. Season.
Great.
Welcome to Shaggy's Live. Season 3 finale. We would have had like cake and streamers and stuff, but we just literally got back from a screening of Akira. Or Akira, to be more accurate, over at the Review Cinema in Roncesvalles, where the Japan Foundation is currently doing screenings of, well, actually, they ended it. This is the last one for the season, thanks to Taffy, the Toronto Arts and Animation Fun Times Festival International. I'm just going to move towards Katie's more in frame. They're doing the screens for anime screens. If you joined us like a week or two ago or last episode, we missed last week, unfortunately, but if you joined us for a previous episode, I know I talked about the screen of like Cyborg 009 and my glowing review thereof.
That one.
Oh, it was a treat. But Akira was definitely fun to get a trip back into the past.
Yeah, some classic anime features.
True say, yeah, and it's been a while since we've seen it. I was surprised though it wasn't English. I don't think I've ever actually seen it in Japanese, and it's one of the few animated films which I feel has the most phonetic animation I've seen. Like the mouthing is so
accurate. So
yeah,
it's unfortunate I haven't been able to see it yet in Japanese, but I mean they did a good job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Really good. Whatever. We got Galaxy asking, you'll take a break after the season finale? Probably not. I don't think so. We never really do. We never take and now we get a week off because technically we did that last week. We kind of skipped the show. But that being said, if you guys are just joining us and you want to be involved in the questions and the answers, because otherwise I'm just gonna ramble on what I have. Be sure to jump into the chats as found in the Google Plus interface. It's not actually a chat. It's a Q&A section. Question, answer. If you ask questions, we attempt to answer them. You guys can also vote each other's questions up. So if you're like, dude, that was a good question, and he didn't answer it yet, I'm going to vote that one up. And the question goes, boop, 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 boop. And whoever gets the most thumbs up before we answer it wins. And that's it.
You just win.
You win.
You just win.
So far, I don't think anyone's really passed 4. So if anyone can pass 4 votes before I get to it,
You win.
You win.
The season finale.
You win the season finale. Congratulations. It's all yours. All this can be yours. All this and more. Katie's here, as we said.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm inking some comic stuff.
Oh, by hand. Wow, double by hand.
Yeah, super. Well, I have to hold up the pad and I have to.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's good. What have I been doing this week? Just working. Keeping busy. We finished the Valor comic anthology.
Hey.
Which will be going to print shortly.
Cool.
I don't think there's an actual website for it. You mostly just have to find a Kickstarter for more info. The Valor Kickstarter. And yeah, just working on stuff I can't really talk about.
Right.
But
All these secret
Keep busy.
projects.
Lots of
Yeah.
secrets.
Oh, also, guys, give us a heads up if audio. Like we just literally got in the house and plugged everything in, so I'm hoping it's all working. And just tell me if anything's. Give me tech support if I need it. If it's too quiet, too loud, whichever it is, I'll work on fixing that. Yeah, myself, a bunch of interesting stuff can happen. Once again, not too much I can talk about it. You know, look at me, secret projects all of a sudden. Who's this guy? I don't recognize him anymore. Can't tell you. I would love to. Okay, I'll give you a hint. I'm in the discussions of pitching. Okay, so I have pitched something. Suppose a potential animated series type thing, and I'm just in the talks of it. It's not yes and not no, you know. So I won't say nothing yet. But you know, I'm doing things. Let me put it that way.
No, it's exciting.
People look at me like, look at this unemployed schmuck, and I'm like, I'll tell you what, I'm not just sitting around doing nothing. I'm plotting for the future.
That's right.
Yeah, soon I'll be fun employed.
That's my favorite kind.
It'll be a good sort of employment. We got Sarah Corian saying, I'm late to the party, in as much as we were late as well,
not late.
which makes you fashionably late by our barometer. If you missed the theme song, though, shame on you. Because I try to stretch the thing as long as possible to get most people in. Gertie doesn't appreciate a long intro sequence. She wants to get to the hard-hitting questions. So give Katie the questions now. Ask her what's so important about skipping the intro sequence. Why do you not care to hear lovely accordion music of your people?
I guess it's my people.
Yeah, maybe. But that being said, this accordion was made in Germany, so whatever. I don't know anyone. I know one guy.
I know one guy.
We got Matthew Pachard. Saying, hey, Shanahan's, are you ready for Halloween? Are you two dressing up? Oh, where'd my bag go? I had something in a bag that I could put on my head. Wee! Oh, gosh! Ah!
Careful. Yeah, we're kind of in the process.
This isn't my Halloween costume. I'll just wear it now, just to be festive.
I like it.
Spooktacular! Welcome to Shanahan's Live. Yeah, we're planning on dressing up. Very low budget this year. Very last minute this year. I have to go to Chinatown tomorrow to try to find something I can like cut holes in and paint and things and call it a costume. Yeah. How about you? What you doing?
I'm probably gonna reuse my Mabel costume from last year because we're having a last minute thing to do.
Yeah.
So I gotta get the house ready for that.
Oh, that's true. I gotta like get some kicking music for our last minute thing to do.
I gotta get some snacks for this last minute thing to do. I gotta get some treats for the kids.
Now I'm sure all you folks out there, you youth, have like your cup is cup be filled with parties to go to on Halloween. But once you get older,
when you hit your late 20s and into your 30s,
no one wants to do Halloween anymore.
Finally ask everybody, what are you up to? Everyone's like, I'm just gonna stay home, watch some Netflix. And you're like, oh, what about you guys? Yeah, just stay home, have some dinner. What about you guys? I sure wish someone would throw a party. So we're like, well, we could throw a party. So we're throwing a last minute party.
Yeah, there it is.
Very
fun.
Last minute.
Very good. Very good.
But it's gonna be fun, just like having some friends over.
Yeah, conversation.
Having some snacks and having some combos. It's gonna be good.
Gonna be excellent. I am not mentally prepared for Halloween. I got so much to do, and I've actually yet to. I've usually had an excuse not to be around the house on Halloween to hand out candy.
Really?
Yeah. Either that, or we just like turn the lights off.
You are terrible.
No, I just mean like usually we're not around, or like I've never hosted Halloween, so like I don't know. I'm usually not around on Halloween night proper.
Even when I had to go out, I would leave a bowl of candy in front of my door and go, please just take a couple.
So I'm curious to see how, fortunately my doorbell is like a digital, like wireless one, so I can unplug it really easily if I'm like, enough of this Halloween shenanigans. But yeah, we'll see what we do. I don't know. Yeah,
we're giving candy to kids.
Okay, yeah. But it's not like I'm like waiting by the door though, right? It's like,
well, no, but when it rings, you go answer.
Okay. Okay, that's cool then, I guess.
Do you not remember what it was like to be a kid going up to all the empty houses in the suburbs, people with their windows shut?
Yeah, but that made like the houses that gave candy all the more sweet because it became more of a challenge. It's not just like.
But you remember being like, when I grow up, I'm never going to be these jerks with their windows drawn, no pumpkin.
Yeah. I don't know because it's like maybe. I had such a great idea. I had such a great idea for this year's Halloween, and we were going to do it.
Giant idea or nothing.
Essentially, yes. It's like it's like in Blue Blazes. It's like I admit that I'm not doing it, and thus I've won because I know I could have done better if I tried.
My house would have been better than all the houses on this block.
It's like,
but I won't admit defeat, so I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. Like, if I tried and failed, it would have been worse if I didn't try at all. Basically, that's like Blue Blazes. It's perfect. But it's like what was it? Yeah, like think about it. Let's put it this way: if you went to Halloween and just every door was giving out candy, it's like
awesome.
What's the excitement? It's just like, oh, another Tootsie Roll, box of raisins. Thanks, lady. But like if every other house was like empty, then it's like it's even more exciting when you see the door light up and the dog's like, it's like, oh my god, they're either
but I'd rather be the house that the door lights up and the dog's like than all the empty houses.
Well, we'll be giving out candy by proximity then, I guess.
I'm giving out candy.
Thank you.
Which means I'm giving out candy.
Yes. Well, you're not gonna tell the kids. Remember, the downstairs neighbors. It was us. We gave out the candy. I wrote on each little one to make sure you know that.
Yeah.
This. I don't know if there's a Grinch for Halloween, but that's him.
I'm so shocked.
I haven't had time to think about it, and then I'm like, I know what I should buy because like dietary considerations and stuff. Like some kids don't like caramel, and I'm just like, I don't want to like give a kid something he doesn't appreciate. He's like, oh great, thanks, Mister. Another tootie loodly pop.
I think it's kind of more the sheer volume helps weed that out.
That's when you have your bowls. We used to do that when we came home. We had like bowls we'd separate everything into, and it got really specific because it's like chips in the bigger bowl here, hard candies over here, chewables over here, gummy over here. You know, it was like each bin had its own thing. While we're here, I'll throw the question out to you guys to make the show super interactive, spooktacular active. What costume you guys dressing up as? And if you say nothing, then she's going to get on your case as much as on mine.
I love Halloween, so it just bums me out when you're not in the spirit.
We got Galaxy saying, well, 'tis the season for those who have money to buy candy for kids. Give out willy-nilly. Any hoozle. Galaxy says, favorite candy, regular season. And Halloween?
What?
Favorite candy,
both?
regular and Halloween. I think Halloween, my favorite was always, because you never see this any other time, it's like you get like a lollipop stick, but it had like pink, is it taffy maybe? It was like pink taffy. And for some reason the brand was like some tiger or lion.
Yes.
Yeah. And I always look forward to that. It was kind of like a nice chewy taffy for Halloween.
I always like the chocolates. Does that count as candy? I mean, it doesn't really in Canada, but I know in the States.
Candy. Oh, they call it all candy? No, we separate chocolate in Canada. It's different. We call it chocolate.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, you know, we're near like a factory that makes chocolate, so the air is just like they're pumping it ready for Halloween. They're like, get those grinders going, get that nugget, you know. Put that chocolate in that chocolate and cover it in chocolate.
More chocolate.
We'll call it chocolate. What's your favorite candy?
Straight up hard candy?
Oh, not hard candy, just anything. If you came to a door and they dropped it in, you're like, what is it?
Well, I used to love all kinds of candy, but then just my teeth would get really sensitive just with straight up sugar. I mean, I love fuzzy peaches.
Which we bought from the theater.
Yeah, fuzzy peaches. I used to love sour kids, but I think that's what caused my teeth to get really sensitive. So I used to love those green ones.
Yeah.
I like Skittles.
Skittles. Oh, and then, but I get so specific. It's like, which brand do you
regular
like?
Brand,
the Berry Fun
regular
or like
brand,
the
green ones.
I like the blue packet,
flavored.
the like Holiday Island funness, where it's all like, hey, it's bluer. And you're like, it's fun.
It's so many Skittles.
And then mint Skittles you brought from the States once.
That was interesting.
And I'm like, that was actually really good. I'm like, oh, why do we not have these here?
I
know. You guys can answer too if you have your favorite candies. But that being said, outside of like Halloween, like I don't know, what do I strive for? Like if I had to pick chocolate bars, I think for some reason I always like Crunch Bar or anything that, you know what's in the Crunch Bar? That whatever that kind of like
toffee?
It's not nut. It's not. It's like a crunch. Well, it's crunchy for a reason. The Crunch Bar. Is it toffee?
It's sticky toffee.
No.
It's sponge toffee.
Flat Crunch
sponge
Bar.
Toffee.
No, that's
that one.
That's crunchy.
Crunchy.
Crunch is the big, like solid blue packaging and red font.
Right.
Yeah, and it's like
it's
thin.
like a Rice Krispie prop.
Yeah, it's like Rice Krispie.
Yeah.
Any British chocolate that has like a lot of that in it, and I don't know if that's the double decker or the one that Matt brought you. Galaxy, they're blue.
Yeah, Galaxy.
Is it Galaxy? Those are really good. If you get your British candies and your chocolates, get your Galaxy bars because it's basically like all the best parts of a Crunch bar in the galaxy of this chocolate bar. You know, and it's like it's all swirling around the inside. Like Neil deGrasse Tyson will appreciate. You know, it's great. It's perfect. It's awesome. Who's going as Neil deGrasse Tyson for Halloween? Hands up, everyone. What's up?
Hands up.
We got Chris the host saying, so are you guys going to give out alcohol to the kids this year like you did in the Show Monkeys comic? Probably not.
That would be illegal.
Shut up about the alcohol. That would be Exnay Halkahale.
You're gonna get us in trouble.
Nah, we'll hand out proper. What are you handing out? Do you know?
It's probably just gonna be the regular.
Oh no! Wait, who do you line with? Is it like the Hershey's pack, or is it the Cadbury pack, or is it? Because Cadbury pack that would get you. Is it Wonder Bar?
The best thing they ever got in a Halloween bag was Cadbury eggs.
Oh wow! Not a bad idea. Oh, they do zombie eggs now.
Yeah, except I feel like it would get smashed.
It would.
Yeah. I was actually thinking about giving out comics at first. I was like, that would be a great idea. And then I was just thinking of stuff getting crinkled. And
yeah, like kids would be like, "Why rating?
Oh, rating.
Egger."
Yeah, probably. And I'm like, I could eat those.
Galaxy for Halloween says, "I'm gonna be bunny princess for Halloween." Yes.
Oh, that's cute.
Like Usagi princess.
Bunny princess.
Like Usagi bunny, like bunny Sailor princess. Moon bunny, or like literally bunny.
Bunny.
Usagi bunny. Usagi Sailor Moon. No. Clarify for us, because this could go so many different ways. We got Alicia Denung saying I'll be wearing my Mabel cosplay to class. Nice. Yay for comfy sweaters.
Yeah, we'll both be Mabeling.
Yeah, for last year, since we did our Show Monkeys book launch as a Halloween party, we all dressed up. Well, the photos are over. If you want to check it out, it's probably the most recent photos we actually uploaded on Shanahanigans.
So many pictures of
but I was Dipper and Katie was Mabel, so
it was great. And we had a bunch of Dippers.
Yeah, there was 3 Dippers.
3 or 4 Dippers, and
so we had to start adding numbers to their hats.
Adam from Guys with Pencils was Grunkle Stan.
That was really cool. Yeah,
amazing.
It was fun.
It wasn't planned either. Just
no. It was just a lot of Dippers. And I had to search for that vest, and mine was too dark.
We're trying to figure out who was what was it, the photocopy Dipper?
Paper Jam Dipper.
Dipper.
I was the original, so I was in there. I know actually Tyler joined us here, so we're talking about Halloween costumes.
There we go.
Talking about Dippers.
Speaking of Dippers.
He says he's totally here now. Glad to be here for the last episode ever.
Done.
Now season finale. We'll probably just have another episode next week like nothing happened. That being said, there's so many things to celebrate because this is like season finale. Then we're coming up to episode 150.
Oh, hey.
And then it's like New Year for, which got really confusing because when we first started doing the show, we started in October. Right. And then it's like New Year celebration. And that feels like that should be the reset, not like a new season. And it gets really confusing. And I don't know, stuff like that. Let's see. We got Chris the host saying I'm dressing up as a king named King Fabulous.
Wow, I like King. That's
pretty swell.
Good one.
We want to see photos, drawings, and cosplay, photography, all this good stuff. I want everyone to make their own like cosplay style highlight video. You know how like every convention now has like the drifting cameras with people standing still and doing like slow mo moves. I think everyone should have that for Halloween. So like. And have like I feel happy. Yeah. I saw really cool, and they had like the pushing point was Katie Sagoff from Battlestar was in it.
Oh, is that where she's just dancing down? Like
and there's like a lane of like Battlestar people, but they also did a cool like all of the Scott Pilgrim ex-boyfriends were like lined up, like blocking each other, so you didn't see them until the camera kind of whipped out around them. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool. Really that's another new trend with like cosplay. There's like all these kind of steady cam drifty cosplay videos going on, and like all done in slow mo so people can do like the cape flow with things and stuff. It's pretty crazy. This is like after my time. Back when I was like Waluigi, that would have been great. I'd been like in slow motion.
We never thought that we would ever go past our cosplay prime. We were right in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And now we're too old.
I'm too old to sell calendars. We got Galaxy clarified saying literally bunny. They had a nice tiara bunny ears tail combo at Walgreens. So there you go.
Literally bunny.
So literally bunny princess, not Usagi translation bunny princess. Okay, good. We got you. Sarah Corian saying this is not Halloween related, but are you guys excited about the Marvel announcements? Really excited about Captain Marvel. Okay, let's take a step.
Yeah.
All right, let's quickly do one more Halloween thing, then we'll get to Marvel. That's actually on my list. We got Tyler saying I'll be in costume as Dipper this year. As I was last year. You should like crinkle yourself up and be Paper Jam Dipper. Just kind of like walk around going, I see it! Which is one of my favorite. Between that and Time Traveling Pig, some of my favorite episodes. Time Traveling Pig like gets me in the feels.
Yeah.
We got Matthew Pachow saying I'm dressing incognito. I think I said Magneto for a second, but incognito.
Close.
Fake mustache, sunglasses, and a piece of paper on my chest that says I'm not Matthew. What if you had incognito Magneto? And it was like Magneto with a mustache. Like, that would be such a metal costume.
Or he says, I'm not Magneto.
oh, like the pipe. It's like, this is not Magneto.
People are like, what is it?
And they're like, just of course, on Facebook, there's posts for drinking games. For every Elsa that comes to your door, you take a shot.
Oh, we're gonna be in
So
trouble.
leave some shots by the front door and look forward to this selection of Disney costuming.
These poor kids.
They're like, let it go! Ah! Why did I agree to this game?
Let it go.
Why did I agree? Why are these sriracha shots?
Ew.
Sorry, I watched an episode of Idea Channel all about hot sauce package mentality. It was really fascinating.
Everybody loves sriracha right now.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Oh.
It's trendy. All right, so quickly we'll answer Stefan. I butcher every name I read. Stefan Sufran.
Could be Steven.
Stefan. If it's a PH, it's Stefan.
Sorry.
I own the V, harsh V sound. PH, Stefan. Stefan says, "What are you drawing?" I'm not sure if you said it already.
Oh,
I tuned in a bit late.
I'm inking Silly Kingdom pages.
Ooh.
You can't quite see because it's all the pencils are in red, but slowly coming
Oh,
together.
cool! This is hot stuff.
Yeah, I can finally get back to it because I'm finished my storyboard work and the Valor anthology, and so now I can get back to getting this all fancied up.
I'm gonna celebrate next year all these finishing, or next week. That's a year. Next week, we're gonna celebrate next week.
Yeah,
Go get some izakaya, some eel on a stick, because you know, like if you like your unagi on the rice, this just skips the rice and goes straight to the eel, and they go, ooh, so good. A little quail egg wrapped in bacon. Okay, so going back to Sarah's question earlier about Marvel. So Marvel just kind of like dropped everything. You know, I don't know how many mics. They probably had like a bag full of microphones, just whoa, and dropped them all on the stage, every single mic, because Marvel just like went whole hog. Originally there was like, oh, everyone, I don't know what's this voice, but Avengers, a trailer leaked, and like later that day the official was released, because I don't know if it leaked or they were just like, we better crowd control this one and get our good copy out so people aren't watching the back cover. So like, okay, we see Age of Ultron, Avengers 2, and you know, the trailer, some people go nuts over this, but basically it's like, since you know Disney and Marvel together, they have the Ultron is like a robot dude who, I don't know if he took over like an Iron Man outfit or whatever, but the point is they play this music from Pinocchio. You know, I got no strings, hold me down, but it's the creepy child singing version, like in all the horror movies, where it's like seesaw, duck in the pool, something about school, and the movie's called Seesaw or whatever. I don't know. Yeah. Point is, this is what it's like. So it's the Avengers all like sad and distraught, and it's got no strings to hold me down. We're all make me friend, you know, kind of thing. But then, like, you know, so then halfway through it feels really kind of cheesy, but they kind of tie it in really cool near the end, because then Ultron's like, I got no strings on me, and you're like, ah! Okay, no, it does happen, just not like that. He does say.
I haven't seen it, so I wasn't sure.
Okay. Oh my god, they did it! No, he does join in at the end though. It's really cool because he goes, oh, and I don't know who's doing the voice, but it's not like full on, you know, British evil robot, but it's kind of this cool voice that's like, I've got no strings on me.
No, he doesn't.
Okay, he doesn't sing it, but he like says it poetically. It's beautiful at the end.
He says, I've got no strings.
He does, because he knows Disney. Ultron is like all information, so he's like, I've watched Frozen so many times, but I prefer the trueness of Pinocchio.
I like the classic. Did you know they reanimated it twice?
I'd like to go back to the original. They did a bad job when they digitized. My favorite Disney movie is Jungle Book. Though sometimes they reused a lot of animations, like from, you know, the Aristocats and Robin Hood. They could reuse the same dance, and Baloo the Bear is basically the same guy. I got no strings on me. It's like, holy, Ultron knows his Disney. Yeah. I don't go for the direct-to-DVD releases. Like, once in a while, there's a good one. You know, Disney Australia did a pretty good job, actually. Yeah. All right, Ultron. I'm glad you appreciate your Disney films.
Let's watch my collection of short films.
You know, guys, you dare watch, what was that? Did you know that Pixar was going to make a short for Where the Wild Things Are? It was animated. Check this out. I got a clip. Anyway, Ultron knows all about animation. The point is, that was the trailer. And I was kind of like, all right, because the second movie in any trilogy is usually like the dark one, the sad one and stuff. Yeah. But the problem is they're doing that for this one, where it's like Avengers are defeated and broken shields and this and that. It's all dirty and dark. But I feel like Marvel already kind of did that with Iron Man 3. Because Iron Man 3 was all about like defeated and gritty and broken and dark and stuff.
Batman can go through other things.
And so when he's like, you know, more gritty, dark things happening, I'm just kind of like, oh, I feel like I thought we were kind of getting out of this slump and going. Like, I thought Avengers was like the happy thing. But I guess Guardians of the Galaxy was the happy thing,
Oh,
and
true.
now Avengers 2 is the gritty thing. So will Guardians 2 also be the gritty thing, or will it be the happy thing? I don't know.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you have your Star Trek movie, and it's all silly and bang bang, and then you have Star Trek Into Darkness, and it's gritty and dark and buildings and Spock, and you're like, and then the third one will be just hilarious, I'm sure. I don't know. So I don't know. So the first impression is like I'm always excited for anything Marvel does. Like they've
I
been
think
pretty.
they've done a really good job with balancing humor and even their darker movies, though.
Yeah. So that's that. So that trailer came out. Then I don't know if that was released because of the leak or whatever, but then Marvel had their kind of big events where it's like this is where they had their bag full of mics that they had to drop on the stage.
Like Marvel announcing a bunch of stuff.
And Marvel's like, "Oh, hey guys, you like Avengers? There's a trailer and there's a gauntlet and there's stones and you're like, what? And it says, oh my gosh, it's Avengers and it's Gauntlet Wars Part 1, 2018, Part 2, 2019. Part 1 is this?" And then also like, is that not enough? Freaking Captain America Civil War. You guys remember Civil War? You're like, yes, I do. And then like, Panther's got a movie. You're like, what? And they're like, what else can we say? They said other things like Benny Boots is gonna be the Doctor Strange. You're like, what?
Bendy Boots.
What else? Then they said some other thing. They said some other thing.
Bendy Toots.
Yeah. What else did they say? They said something else.
Captain Marvel. Right?
Oh yeah, Captain Marvel. Yeah.
I don't
know
anything about it yet.
Captain Marvel, and you're like, what? Yeah.
Because that's like Captain Marvel with the Carol Corpse.
I think so.
Yeah. Carol did. I haven't read those comics, but I hear such great things about them.
Yeah.
And I know there's like a whole bunch of people that dress up as the Carol Corpse, where they're all in Captain Marvel outfit.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm gonna figure that stuff out soon. As soon as I go to a comic shop and stock up, because I'm almost on my way.
But, and on top of that, they released a bunch of clips for Agent Carter coming out on ABC or whatever, and it's just her running around and stuff. I'm like, oh shoot, like that. So Marvel, to answer your question, Marvel like released a lot of stuff. I don't know if it was gradually or all at the same event. But yeah, no, it's interesting to see. They got a bunch of stuff planned, pretty much, all leading up to their third arc, their third Marvel, whatever it's called, Marvel stage thing. Damn it.
Cool.
So that's the Marvel update. So yeah, as far as the responses, like I'm just like, okay, I'm excited. I will watch them. I've enjoyed pretty much all they made.
Fun time.
Yeah,
all I would look for is just have a good time in the theaters, and I think they deliver.
You know where else you can have a good time at theaters?
Oh boy.
With your good friend John Wick. Oh snap!
I worried about this movie.
Really?
Because I mean, it's just with the whole like, they killed my adorable dog and now vengeance, and I was like, I don't know if I can watch that. But I mean, it's like I'm like, well, it's an actor, and it was a fun. Yeah.
John Wick is pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a crazy action film, and it's exactly a crazy action film. And I had a good time. Yeah. I had a really good time.
It has a lot of like bizarrely funny moments. Kind of like Edge of Tomorrow was surprisingly funny and meant to be. Like it was genuinely Edge of Tomorrow, which I wish. Yeah,
All You Need Is.
I wish they kept the original name. All You Need Is Kill, but like that's the subtitle on the DVD.
It's weird just when you because you can rent it on the computer, iTunes, or whatever, and it's called Live Die Repeat. Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so All You Need Is Kill was the original book. The movie was called Edge of Tomorrow for a reason, but the subtitle of the movie that was always like the poster quote was Live Die Repeat. But in distribution, they're trying to push that title instead because Edge of Tomorrow doesn't mean anything.
Like Edge of Tomorrow, I don't know what that is, but Live Die Repeat, you're like, oh, I get it. Like every time he dies, he's got to reset and go through.
Because Edge of Tomorrow doesn't mean anything at all. Unless it's just like you could say he's always on the edge of tomorrow, but then he gets killed and resets. And you're like, all right. But Live Die Repeat's a little more cheekier, and actually tonally, it's a lot closer to what that is. Like, that other movie, like Elysium, if it was called like, friggin' Robo Spine or something like that, and you're like, oh, actually, that is very accurate to the title because I do not know what Elysium is. It was like, dude, exoskeleton, strong guy. Matt Damon. Wait, was it Matt Damon or was it the other guy?
Because it was kind of like a Battle Angel Alita, where it's like the elite people live in an awesome place. Like Elysium's kind of like the paradise world.
Yeah, the type fairs, whatever.
Yeah, I guess that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, but I'm like, but like Live Die Repeat would have been an awesome name.
Yeah.
But the point being, that movie was intentionally funny.
Because you were like Edge of Tomorrow, and I was like, was that a Bond film?
Yeah, it could be.
And then I was like, oh.
Or like the next whatever subtitle of like Twilight, Edge of Tomorrow. Like, oh, okay, I get it. Hunger Games, Edge of Tomorrow. Like, okay, I'm sure. Yeah. But yeah, so John Wick was actually like pretty funny.
It was fun.
Had some decent action. It's a lot of very like close range gunplay, which is interesting. A lot more of like hit, take down, finish. Hit, take down,
the
finish.
Violence isn't too brutal.
Yeah.
It's like a 14A movie, so it's just like.
Yeah.
I
just check it out. Have a good time. You know, it's and yeah, for the time that the dog is in it, it's really cute. Yeah, it's like the most like warranted like revenge film. It's like everyone's like all in. You're like, you do not do that.
Yeah.
You know,
exactly.
that's our review of John Wick. Check it out. It's silly. We got Tyler asking, out of the episodes of the past season, which one has been your favorites? Which one has been you guys' favorites? I'm sure you've all up to snuff with your episodes of Shanahanigans Live.
This one's my favorite.
Favorite episode. There's always like in the earlier days when we were doing this, there's always like little clips which I was like, oh man, I wish like someone just made like the highlight reel of these moments just so I could see those. And like every once in a while I'm like, I see something genius, but that just fades into the ether.
Back and look.
I don't want to watch
like,
hours
like 2
of
hours
me
of talking.
Yeah, you know, and like dig through. But there's always like one or two little ideas where it's usually like us coming up with like, this would be a great comic, ha ha ha, and then Ganondorf said this, and then we like never do anything with it. Because like some podcasts, like in the early days, like Penny Arcade and stuff, it was like, oh, watch as they develop an idea, and we're just like throwing stuff out, and then it disappears forever.
But that was kind of the point of their podcast. Was like, let's make the comic. We're like,
we suggested that would have happened at one point where we were actually like developing, like as much you are drawing now. But like there was going to be like the creative process of what we do. But I guess our process isn't really.
If you were trying to come up with a comic and you were like, "So, do you see Avengers?" I'd be like, "You need to really focus because I can't think of 2 things."
You guys want us to like rebrand season 4 and it to be like a proper art learning show? We keep saying it's a learning show.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Do you want it to be a proper learning show?
I can't really commit to proper teaching.
Yeah.
I'm just so busy. I'm fine with just yapping.
But if you guys are watching now, put in what's your favorite moments or episodes. If you know them by name, that would amaze me because I don't even know what I called them. It's usually like whatever dumb thing.
I usually like when people come hang out.
Oh, like actual guest comes in?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the one where we had Lucy Bell, it was fun.
Yeah.
Because she kind of just showed up.
Yeah, Lucy's great. I
Yeah.
liked when we had a bunch of people over.
Yeah, we had a good bunch of folks over for some barbecue and like Mario Kart or whatever we were doing.
Yeah, it was fun.
I don't think we actually played Mario Kart. Oh, that doesn't matter. Yeah, you know, I think it's best when like, because basically a regular episode is me just like venting. But when a guest is over, I'm like, I guess I have to consider their needs. So, Brian, Evan, what have you been up to? Kind of thing, you know. So it's like, but it's always fun to have people over on the show because it's like it changes the pace. It's even somehow more unpredictable because like
who knows what they're gonna bring.
Well, like I know like professional journalists are supposed to have like a series of questions, and like I barely know like what comics they made. So just like I'm just like being genuine, like tell me everything because I have no notes.
What are you doing in my house?
Who are you? You know, so it's kind of like it's very willy-nilly. Like we have nothing prepped. We have no like I just kind of genuinely in my brain at the moment will come up with like what the next question should be based on like the flow of this conversation.
Mm.
But otherwise I'm like I did not prep for this at all. I'm awful. You know. So tell me about that. Just tell me about it. That thing. Yeah.
My new book?
Yeah. Are you doing one of those? How's that going? What's it look like? That kind of deal. What was this? I liked when we all complained about Olaf, says Galaxy. Was this like post or during Frozen?
Yeah, I think that's before.
Was that a big deal?
You were freaking out about it, and then you saw the movie, and you were like, "I really like him."
Yeah.
Yeah. You
that
were really angry. You were really mad about it.
I don't remember it being so livid.
Maybe not. I just kind of every memory of this show of me is be like, yeah, and you're like,
yeah.
about something.
There was another question that just disappeared, and I feel bad because it just showed up too.
Yeah, guys, don't delete questions. We'll get to them.
Unless you're embarrassed.
No, let us be embarrassed.
Yeah. I guess we rant about it a lot. Like what? All right, how about we put this out to you guys? If you're just sitting at your keyboard being like, "Oh, these guys are just gonna talk," and I'll do something else. Get involved. Jump in the chat. I just want to hear like, what do you even like? What features of this show do you like? You know, because like we can always like change things around a bit. Do you want like more, you know, interactivity of like games, or like should I be playing my DS right now and like playing freaking Smash Bros with you guys, and then Katie could talk all the time, and I'll just be like,
oh no.
Let's try this. Let's do a test. Katie,
Oh,
topic.
Oh, geez. So voting just happened.
Oh yeah, the smelly vote.
Did you? I warned you. You didn't believe me.
Yeah, we have a story about the smelly vote.
Oh,
It was our Toronto elections. And we'll get to that in a second. I put a pin in that. I just want to read one more thing. Put a pin in the smelly vote. We got anytime you guys give comic making tips, says Tyler.
Oh, good.
What you got? What's a recent tip? Ooh, I actually have a tip for once.
You have a tip?
Yeah.
You start. I'll come.
I won't explain. I'll explain after why I know this. But if you're making your comics for Tumblr, the largest you're ever going to want to make it is 750 tall by 500 wide. And the reason for this is no matter what you post in Tumblr, it's going to shrink it down to that scale. So if you have a really long comic, it's going to shrink down the height of it to be under 500, which thus makes it really thin. So your alternative options,
really tiny.
Yeah. So if you're going to make like a 4-panel tall comic, that will fit within 500 height, or sorry, 750 height. If it's going to be longer, start cutting them up into smaller chunks and then stack them vertically or sideways, whichever, and then people have to click through them instead. But comics are visible well enough at 500 by 750 as long as like your details are terribly small. That's my tip to you guys. If you want to post on Tumblr instead of like, start a website or something like that. Still kind of tricky. Tip, Katie.
My tip, I don't know, it's not so much a tip, it's something I came up with. I always tell people, like, if you're trying to get started making comics, a good idea is to do short form comics, because that way you can just bang out a short story and get it done. Tumblr related, I think you can only upload 10 images at a time.
Yeah.
So I was actually thinking that's kind of the perfect place to just make short little comics.
Hey, you can do a short story in 10 pages.
And you can get it done, and you're giving yourself a limit so you don't go crazy.
Yeah.
I've got some actual short ideas in mind I want to start trying out.
Like the average anthology you would work on would be around 10 pages
like
anyway.
The Valor comic we did was 9. So that's kind of, and I think that's the shortest we've done, because usually we're around the 14-page range.
Right,
14 to 16. So yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't know. A lot of my advice is like, just do it. Just go for it.
Yeah, never plan. Just put your hand on the paper and be like, think funny thoughts.
Oh boy.
Or serious, depending on your genre. That's my tip for you. If you want to tone your comic, like tonally, like serious or funny or whatever, just in your mind while you're drawing, just be like funny, and like it probably come out pretty funny. That's how we do it. Like when I'm like, oh, this Valor submission is serious.
You can see me just fisting it under.
So think.
Yeah, channel.
Yeah. Quickly, we got Mike T saying, yes, Smash Bros, please. There's a lot of segues because I want to get into Smelly Vote, Smash Bros, and comics.
Oh, no.
I have it all written down here, so we will get to it.
Write down Smelly Votes.
I wrote down everything.
Oh, no.
We got Sarah Quinn saying, I like how to survive professional artist life advice. They're very good.
Good.
This show is raw and real. We don't buttercoat, sugarcoat. We don't buttercoat nothing.
I don't buttercoat nothing.
Sugar's too sweet these days. I only drink butter. We don't buttercoat nothing on this show.
You can get butter coffees around the corner.
Really?
At that coffee shop.
Like legit block of butter.
Butter coffee.
Do they offer you like salt butter?
I haven't tried it. I'm really curious.
But it's not butter beer. It's literally butter.
I think it's butter.
Like straight up.
Or it might just be really thick milk. But yeah, it's the big sign on the window is butter coffee.
I like butter coating. That's actually a really good word.
It just sounds really gross.
Butter coat.
It's kind of like we live near a chocolate factory, so it's like sometimes it just smells amazing when you go outside and it's hot butter and chocolate. And we came back after Red Lobsters the other day. I was just like, no, it hurts. The smell of butter.
That was we did a special shrimp wick. So before John Wick, we went to All You Can Eat Shrimp Fest at Red Lobster because it was going to go away soon, so we had to celebrate. And our waiter was a great guy, but he brought us like a bonus round that no one ordered before my last order. Sure? When I was because it was like
nobody ordered it. You guys were like, your food just arrived, and you're like, can we order our next order now?
No. That was David, but like I was at like 5 plates, and I was like, okay, I'll end it on the 6th. So I did one more order of coconut shrimp, which is really good. And then he showed up like right away with it. I'm like, it wasn't ready yet, and I think it was meant for another table, but then they didn't want it like that. Yeah. So they like bonus round, and they dropped 2 plates of shrimp on our table before our final order was still going to show up. I was like, nah.
Everybody was already hurting.
It was brutal, but it was so good. But so never again.
I can't do this.
Never again.
I can't. Oh. Yeah, like I know you've got to eat to the value, but I'd rather not feel like I need to die.
We got once again, Stefan. Stefan. Souffrant. Same with vote of 4.
Ooh.
Vote of 4. Well done. You're winning so far. You can win the season finale. We'll see if anyone gets 5 and beats you. Did you guys ever figure out how to draw with your viewers? And that was that weird interface where I don't think you could have done it with your viewers. It was only with other people who were in your stream.
Yeah, if I was upstairs right now, we could draw on each other's screens.
Well, there's 2 things. There was one that was an app that was just drawing on paper. Yeah. Then a new app came out that was drawing each other's faces with motion tracking.
Yeah,
and that's when you drew me as like Aang and stuff and mustaches. That was great. As far as drawing with people, we can barely chat with you guys.
I know.
Because there's no active chat. This is just Q&A. Google Plus doesn't have all the features figured out just yet. And I miss the days of us having a quicker back and forth chat. So right now I can't write anything to you guys. I can only answer your questions. Mm-hmm. So yeah, is this what we learned this year?
Yeah.
What we learned when there's multiple computers doing chats, if I host and I invite Kay as the guest and you guys watch, the audio quality is just awful.
Yeah.
And that's for everyone. That's for the highest of the high good video person to us, And so when Katie comes down here, the audio is so crazy crisp. So if a guest joined us now, the audio would just degrade. It's terrible.
I think it's just because we're recording, because I do Google Hangouts with my friends, just chatting in the morning sometimes, and we're fine. There's no lag. It's all good. So I don't know. It might be just something with the streaming.
Yeah. Well, it's compression for streaming purposes.
Yeah.
The other thing I learned, this is a tip to all you guys. If you are doing a live show with guests that are over the stream, if you're the Google Plus, at least the Google Plus interface does this. It has audio dipping. So if one of your guests isn't talking, their mic will drop quietly. But then when they start talking, the mic wakes up. But then you also lose the first things they were saying because there's no sound. Because otherwise, if you had 5 people in your Google Hangout, then there would be all this room hiss and hum and noise and people stomping around. So it's very selective. So that being said, if you are going to do interviews with people that you want to broadcast, make sure they have headphones, because they'll hear you and their mic will always be kind of active in a way that's not trying to compensate for feedback loop. Because otherwise, I'd be talking to them, it'd be coming out of their speakers into their mic, out of their speakers into their mic, out of their speakers into their mic.
Yeah.
Feedback loop, never ending. So make sure all your guests have headphones if you're doing multiple people not in the same room. Because right now we don't have to listen to nothing. We're good. That's a tip to you guys. That's what I learned.
Learning.
Always learning more. A lot of people writing in about what their favorite stuff is. We got Galaxy with 2 votes. Sorry, you didn't make it to 5.
Uh-huh.
Keep voting up your friends, guys, and see who wins the season finale. One day we should all watch Madoka together, all of us at the same time. I have just one Crunchyroll pass, but I'll give it. I've been meaning to watch Madoka, actually, because
I started watching. No, Heather had the comics. I was reading the manga.
Yeah. I'm really curious about it. I've seen a lot of fan art and stuff, and I just I'm very curious, especially after the depression of this season of Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
It's just we
I try and be positive, but
we finally got to Venus, and I think we checked out because we're all right, we did it.
Yeah,
we got the Sailor Senshi Core.
Yeah.
We're done.
You know what, though? I actually never finished the original series. When it stopped being on TV, I kind of fell out of it, so I never watched Super or Superstars or Eternal or any of all the way through. So I think I might just go back and.
Well, I'm looking forward to the re-release of the originals.
Yeah.
But it's just the new ones. It's just they're fun to watch for reasons that they shouldn't be. But
what was that animator thinking?
Yeah.
But
it's very Shanahanigans.
Animation's hard. It sounds like they have a really tight turnaround, and I'm just surprised that they would do a 20th anniversary.
But that was kind of when they re-released Dragon Ball, and they're it's high definition. You're yes. You're in 4:3, and you're what? And so it's you have your giant 50-inch wide TV with this box in the middle of Goku doing stuff. We're okay, re-released, sort of, kind of on Blu-ray, but not the full screen.
That commercial would be pretty funny.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. Dragon Ball, please.
We're so sorry.
We're so sorry. Please watch it anyway. We know you want it. It's recolored, sort of, kind of, maybe. Dragon Ball. We got Tyler saying, please bring back Shrub Monkeys as a short form 3-panel comic kind of thing.
Yeah, I like the idea of making it shorter. I think the thing is I maybe need to come up with a simpler style to draw quicker, because I want to. It's definitely on the get to work, darn it, list.
Yeah. We got Matthew Pachot. Vote of 1. No one's voting anymore. What is this? Saying the show is great the way it is. Yamina was also pretty fun.
Yamina.
And a follow-up we got from the third Ed saying the taco lattes versus the forces of Doris was an enjoyable watch. It was hilarious seeing the taco lattes get consecutively bad rolls in Yamina. Aww. It was brutal. I'm sorry. I hated that dice. I'm like, I kept getting 6s and 5s. I'm like,
You should do another Yamina.
Well, then you just can't be on the show.
Well, I can listen.
I can sit in the back and like give other rules.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll kick off. I don't know. Do we want to kick off the new season like November?
It'll be like the 5th.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I do. It's fun to do. I just wish the Q&A was faster. Like it's got such lag that like I'm like, what do you guys want to do next? I'm like nothing happens for a while. So I usually have to like fill the time and be like, meanwhile, a cloud cover is coming in from the east. It's kind of swirly. Looks like a group of 7 painted it. Anyway. It's like Canadian art history. It's been to the AGO. Oh man. It's one time I saw thing.
Crazy.
It'd be brutal for you guys. We got Alicia saying, I like the show the way it is. I just love hearing you guys talk about comics and movies and cartoons.
Yay!
And complaining, the endless bridge burning. Okay, cool.
I find as long as we steer away from shows that I know people have worked on.
Yeah, we're good. Okay, so we have so many ways to go now. All right, so quick story. The smelly vote.
Okay, so Monday.
It was Monday? Tuesday?
What day is it? Monday.
Monday. We had our Toronto elections for mayor, of course. Everyone was like, on the edge of their seats, wondering if the Ford Nation would continue to prosper. Not the case, of course. Some other folk, Tory, I don't know, some guy.
Tory.
This guy. Anyway, point is,
politics.
That stuff. But the point is, we had to go vote at like a place that like I was informed that by Katie and Jerry, it's like, oh, but be careful. It's in the lobby, and it's like it's smelly. It smells in there, Kathy. It's like a smelly lobby. It's the smelly vote.
It's like a really weird place to put a.
Yeah, really odd place to put it.
It was such a weird place to put it because before it used to be in a school, so it was easier to get down there. But because we moved, our new riding is like in some weird. I don't know, like. I don't want to even say, but it's like a hotel lobby and people are standing everywhere. And it's hard to get around and things are weird and the carpet's gross and it smells really bad.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so I prepare for worse. I'm like, I know it's smelling, but that's fine. So I work my way over there, and so I get outside, and I smell outside of it like I swear it's like the whole street was making Rice Krispie squares.
Because we live near a chocolate factory.
Yeah, but I've never smelled the chocolate factory before.
It smells like melty butter.
Yeah. So I'm like, what? This is lovely. What they don't know what they're talking about. This is no smelly vote. This is marshmallow and butter. This is fantastic, I think. And then I go inside the lobby, and they were absolutely right. It was a smelly lobby.
It's just your tweets or your texts were within like a minute of each other. You're like, you guys don't know what you're talking about, and then
Yeah. I'm like, okay, I gotcha. And like, there's like a dog over there that was like howling and sounds like it's dying and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is not the most conducive voting environment for like, you're like, oh, what's up?
Damn it.
What?
Maybe too late. Jerry texted at Burrito Boys. Do you want anything?
Oh no.
Quick, I'm going to call him.
Are you going to call him?
Yeah.
Tell him to get me a burrito.
Okay. But he might have left already because it was half hour.
Tell him to go back. It was half hour ago. It might be too late.
It might be too late, but he might be hanging out.
That's a smelly vote story. Not the best story, but I just like the sound of it. Are you still gonna call for burritos?
Yeah, I'm just gonna hobble back here.
Okay, I'll go nerd talk for a second. All right, guys, time to nerd talk. So recently, Smash Bros came out. Super Smash Bros.
Already?
3DS.
Oh, you got home. Okay, never mind. I just saw your text.
Super Smash Bros. 3DS came out. Fantastic game, of course. If you like Smash Bros, now it's portable and you can bring it around, play with your friends. Good time, good time, good time. For promotional purposes, Nintendo was hosting what's up?
Too late.
No, we'll get something else. Nintendo was hosting Club Smash, or Smash Club around Canada and the States, I think. Or maybe just Canada. I don't know. Canadian Smash Club, which was Smash Bros. Tournament type things happening all over the city kind of deal. So the one that I went to, there was one in Toronto, but I didn't go because I didn't sign up for that one. But I did sign up for the one in Mississauga.
Hometown.
Yeah. And so at the Mississauga Palladium, if you've ever been there, it's basically, it used to be Sega Palladium, and like it was just like all arcade. Now it's like the children's casino, but that's neither here nor there. They're still hosting the event there in the batting cage area where it was really, really warm. So, and I'm like, okay, so it's like, this is like some sort of tournament type thing. You show up with, you know, you didn't have to bring your own 3DS, but you could just get some street passes and stuff and play Smash. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's going to be like the new Smash on the Wii U there. It's going to be so exciting to play. I've been playing like for a month on the one on 3DS. It's going to be great. And we get there, and the tournament was only 3DS ones. At like little kiosk with like it was actually wasn't too bad as far as lineups go. We kind of just got in and got to play like 2 rounds. One was like for fun, and the second was for glory. You know, and you're supposed to get like a prize, like a bag or something like that. I got destroyed, long and short of it, because the first time I picked Little Mac, and I'm like, all right, I got second place. The second time I picked Sheik, and I just got wrecked.
These kids, man, they're just too good.
I think they're older than me, but the point is, I got nothing. But it's like for participating, it's like, oh, you get, you know, for coming all the way out here, for lining up, for, you know, playing, being in this hot friggin' batting cage and stuff. You get like this little Smash Bros. Dangly thing. It's like a dog chain. It's a Smash Bros. I'm like, oh, I guess this trip was worth it. You know, you can't get this anywhere else. Exclusive. You know where this is going. So anyway, a couple days later, I have access to. I invited to go to a press event for Smash Bros. So it's not just Smash Bros. Like Nintendo Holiday Press Preview thing for Uber Friendship. If you ever go to that website, that's where we post stuff. And I was like, oh, let's go report. Like I wasn't gonna go originally, but I'm like, oh, you know, me and Glenn can go. Glenn can play games. I'll take the photos of him playing games. He can write up something. I hate writing articles, so I'm like, I'll just go as a photographer. So we went. And so first and foremost, as soon as we get there, the front desk, the table's just littered with these dog tags that anyone can just pick up. You're like, oh, good, I got myself a Smash Bros. Dog tag. Like, I'm just like, I didn't justify nothing. But that's neither here nor there. That was just the opening. The point was, I finally got to play Smash Bros. On the Wii U. 8 players on the Wii U. 8 Ganondorfs on Hyrule Temple. Is one of the best things you can do this holiday season.
It's a whole lot of man.
It is, man. It is a rumpus. It is a fight. It is a brawl. It is a Ganon of a time. A ruckus. A rumpus ruckus. It is ridiculous. Smash Bros. 8 players was announced because Nintendo did their 50+ facts about Smash Bros. Video, which was narrated by the narrator of the game, the announcer, and it's actually a really funny Nintendo Direct. But it's just like they go through a list of like, you know, 50+ things to talk about. And he's like, there's a scene of like 4 players fighting, and there's a 5th player. He's like, what's this? Something strange. Announcing 5 players. And it's like, now you and 4 of your friends can play at the same time. But what's this? 6 players. And you're like, at this point. And then after that, it's just like, 8 players. And you're like, my brain. It's a Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U. 8 players at the same time. And on the On-It level, which was like the little cute little town from Melee, full of people just running around, cars and stuff, explosions. Whoa. It is one of the funnest things you guys can do. I am so excited for Super Smash Bros. Wii U. And I'm not just saying that because I went to the event. I can like piss on games too if I want to. I'll be like, that Sonic game, I don't get it. Why is it underwater? Why does it have combo system? So I'm dishing out. I'm equal opportunity for like these reviews. I'm like, some games are good, some games are not so good. But Smash Bros. Wow, it's turning out so good. If you enjoy the 3DS version, this Wii U version is going to be staying. It's going to be crazy. If you guys don't care about Smash Bros, I apologize, but I'm just really excited because I spent like how many? I don't even remember. The time went by. I was there at 2:30. And then we left at like 6 something because we had to go to Shrimp Fest.
Shrimp Wick.
Yeah, that was the only reason we left because apparently we had to get shrimp and then John Wick. But man, I got to play a whole bunch of games actually. It's cool because I got to another title I'm really excited for is it's the Toad Treasure Tracker thing. They revealed that E3 too. It looks like a simple kind of cute little game, but it's like basically each level is kind of like a puzzle adventure level where it's like this little island. It looks like a toy house basically, or a toy island, because you can rotate it and move your little toad dude around it. And it's kind of like a really chill, kind of calm adventure game if you kind of platform. You're just picking up stuff and having fun, and you don't really do combat. And I can see myself really liking this, like late at night when I can't sleep. I just like sit in front of the TV and be like, oh, let's go on an adventure. That's
delightful.
A cute little thing. And there's like moments where you get into a mine cart and like you go first person, and it's kind of like Pokemon Snap all of a sudden, and you're like, oh, I'm just looking around. Look at things that look kind of nice. I'm having an adventure, looking for gems. It's not stressful at all. That's really good.
I like that stuff.
Yeah, I'm just walking around. I'm Toad. There's a button where you just like yell at people. Press Y, and he's like, you're like, because you don't want to fight bad guys. You just scream at them. Oh yeah, Toad's just screaming at people. That's good. That's great.
I like that though. It's instead of having to fight, you can just try and scare them off.
Yeah.
With your
just shrieking at them. Yeah. So Toad Treasure, I think it's Toad Treasure Tracker or something like that. I don't know, but it's cute and simple, kind of simple. But like, I think I would like it to like relax because I've been having trouble sleeping lately, and that's sometimes just I need to like play video games sometimes just to make myself tired just because I'm like doing something monotonous. Yeah. But if it's an action game, it's probably harder. But if it's just like I was just walking around,
yeah, if it's just kind of cozy.
Yeah, just kind of like hanging out. This might help me sleep better. Those little
cactus would help me sleep.
Nah, that'd give me like fever dreams of
actually.
tetraminos in my eyes.
That's true.
But yeah, so there's that, and they had a bunch of other stuff too, like Just Dance 4, which Glenn tore up the floor to. What Does the Fox Say? That was great.
He's a really good dancer.
He's a good dancer. I was trying to see if we can get him like hired by Ubisoft to be a dancer in Just Dance, because Just Dance has like people on screen in like costumes and they're all like silhouetted and weird and stuff like that.
You should do that.
There's a game, I think it's already out. It's called like Adventure Villages. It's basically kind of like Animal Crossing meets RPG sim, and you're kind of like running like I don't know if you like run like a village of RPG stuff or if you're like a character who's like managing a shop or something. It's a mix of stuff, but it's kind of like you're an RPG person, but you also have a nice house that you like furnish and things like that. So that looks kind of cute. I didn't really get to play it much, but
nice.
Is that. And they also showed us the amiibos, which is like the little figurines that are like of the Smash Bros characters that like you put them on your thing and it saves their data. And
amiibos?
It's called Amiibo. And it's like it's kind of like the Skylander stuff, like all those like or the Disney Infinity things. We have a figurine that like saves stuff, but it's like for Nintendo games, and it won't just be Smash; it'll be for like everything. And it was kind of neat. Like they showed like a level nothing Yoshi showed up, and he basically starts learning from you. So if you play very defensively, very dodgy, very rolling around, your Yoshi will learn to do that, and will eventually be like really good at that kind of stuff. Or one thing they said is like if you taunt after every defeat, like every kill, your Yoshi will start taunting as well, kind of thing. And you'll make a jerk player, basically. Make a troll. It's perfect.
Yoshi troll.
Birthing a troll. It's great. So basically, yeah, Nintendo's got a nice lineup coming up this holiday season. I'm excited because I don't have any of the other next-gen systems. I don't have a Xbox One or a PS4. And to be fair, it's really, outside of Assassin's Creed Unity, there's really not too much. I'm curious about Sunset Overdrive, but there's not too much I'm like crazy over for those systems. I've been enjoying the Wii U. It's been fun. Yeah. Every time you pull out the Nintendo Land, everyone has a good time. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's enough Nintendo talk. I know some of you people don't care. This is our season finale, though, so I'm trying to get do it my way. Yeah, that's all the Smash Bros stuff. But yeah, so no worries. Smash on the Wii U is going to be great fun. Get your friends out. What else is going on? I talked about that. We talked about John Wick. Do you have anything else to say about Akira?
Just very tricky kind of pull. I mean, it started to kind of it made sense to me this time. It's a show that I watched it when I was a teenager, didn't get what was happening. Watched it again in my 20s and was like, but like now, that I'm entering the cusp of my 30s, I'm like, okay.
I identify with Akira on a level I didn't before.
No, I was just like, oh, I get it. It's a kid and there's scientific experiments in it.
The anime that changed everything.
It's
all right.
It's
got things happening.
Beautifully done. The animation's incredible.
Yeah, it's set in the future, and the guys on bikes yelling. It was great.
I just find the characters are a bunch of jerks.
Yeah, there's no one with like redeeming qualities.
Like, a bunch of jerks.
Asked a little while ago at Stephen Souffron saying, I haven't seen a TDC in a long time. Because there hasn't been one in a long time.
Delete it.
And that settles that. No, it's just like I find TDC was my kind of rant escape for the week or month or whatever it was, like just a place to talk and give you guys updates and things. But I realized this show is actually closer to what the original goal of that was, where I'm just kind of like telling you up to the date stuff. Not so much the essays and things. That was more like I feel that's something that I could say for like making a video someday for. But like I found like a lot of the TDC stuff when I didn't have time was just me being like, oh, there's this comic event coming up in Melbourne, and I went to the Steampunk Festival, and like that's it. And I was like, do I really need to like record and edit that message? Like, could I not just do it live?
No,
it's
but like the shorts and stuff are really fun.
Yeah, so maybe maybe in the near future, I had written stuff.
Honestly, I think if you bring TTCC back, it should be something more like Showboat Game Show, where it's just kind of fun skits. Because I mean, if we want to just chat to the camera, we got like. Every week we can just chat about wherever. But
that's the thing.
But the production value was so good that it was like.
I don't want to be a screen actor. I've had. I feel I'm stronger at like kind of informational stuff with a bit of like snark, as opposed to being a character.
Though.
Yeah, but I'm not good at being a character though. I find like an on-screen character.
Hmm.
We already told you guys about like my worst week ever like a little while ago, where I was doing like this for a favor. I was doing some like video, and I could not for the life of me get the script in my head.
It wasn't like,
and I felt miserable.
Stuff. It was like,
and I've been on a downward spiral since.
Come on,
I haven't had a win in a while. I've been like every project I've done has been like falling apart. I'm like, ugh.
Excuse me, comics.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, those are great. Comics good.
I see.
Comics good. To be fair though, I wrote those comics long before my downward spiral. So if they're good, that's because they're still good. Right. That's because I still had it. But in my attempts to do something a little more regular, first I was doing like this thing on SoundCloud called Shaggy Soundtime, where I was doing skits. I was really consistent in the beginning, but I got really busy these last 2 weeks, so I kind of missed 2 weeks. But it was just kind of like a place to do audio experiments. So look up like Shaggy Shan on SoundCloud or Shaggy Soundtime. That playlist has just kind of a bunch of dumb shorts. I just thought it was kind of silly to do just to keep fresh. That's my practice. If you guys sketch to get better at drawing, I do dumb little audio projects to get better at multimedia. And I apply some of the things I did in those to other things that you may or may not see someday. Just because if I want to like test a certain filter for like what's a really cool robot voice that I can make with a couple different audio filters, I'll then use that on something later because I'm like, oh, I did it once and I saved it. So that's my practice. Alternative to that, out of nowhere, I started doing inspired by this show, by you guys, I want to use the word more often, by you Shanahans, inspired from like maybe way back in like season 2 or early season 3, when the term Shaggy World Problems came up as being like me describing any of my druthers, on the show. I think like Chris was talking about it. I started a comic. This is why I had the tips for Tumblr. Just a little journalistic type short comic called Shaggy World Problems. And I just released the third, I don't know what you call single issues, just third issue, third volume, third strip. Or at least the third strip today on my Tumblr.
Third book. It's a strip.
It's an anthology.
Film.
It's strip 3 I released based on my experience of being over at the mall. And it's once again, it's just kind of like a little short story. So if you want something that's a little more regular from me, you can check that out. And my art right now is atrocious. I'm only good at doing kind of like simplistic expressions because that's all I draw on people's books when we sign books at comic events. I do like my little face. So I'm really good at doing that now, but like arms, lines, floors,
just practice.
They're atrocious.
Lots of practice.
Yeah, I had to draw like one of those coin op rides at a mall for this one. Like,
yeah, that looked good.
Yeah.
I could tell what it was.
Yeah. It's kind of cool because like I don't normally draw too often. I usually just kind of do little faces and expressions on my agenda. And this is like the first time I'm kind of like actually doing like a 4-panel strip, a 3-panel strip.
This is a great idea.
Yeah, and it's kind of like it's an avenue just to kind of get, because also there's a lot of like little gags I write like every day, being like I'll use these someday, and they just pile up for a series that's never going to happen. And I'm like, I want to start actually using those because at the time it was like I watched the movie, had something funny to say, and I'm like, I'll write this down, and then it just disappears forever.
Yeah, and the movie kind of runs out of.
Yeah. No, someone deleted their thing. Never delete your comments.
Aww.
We'll get to it. Is this where we're talking about stuff? Damn it. I want to see what that was about. I forgot. I didn't get to read it. I was so excited. Anyway, so head over to my Tumblr if you want to check that out. Look up Shaggy Shan on Tumblr. And thanks to Katie helping me, we figured out how to like link to hashtags and stuff like that. So you can actually, if you go to my, not the dashboard, but you go to my actual Tumblr page, there is a link on the right that says Shaggy World Problem Comics, and they'll all come up there. And the second issue, second comic, second strip.
Not issue.
Second
you got
strip.
This problem where you make things massive.
Second arc.
Strip.
B-plot.
Trilogy.
The second strip is small because that's when I learned you can't make stuff larger than 750, and that's why I have that tip for you guys if you want to do your comics on Tumblr. I'm still extremely new to this. I don't even know how long. Like I do, I'll probably lose interest after like a month and not do it anymore. But the point is, for now, it's kind of a fun little thing for me to practice drawing some things. Good. Not that I got to focus more on writing. I can't be a drawer person.
Oh, I goofed that. Frank.
Oh, man. We got Matthew Pritchard asking Katie, hey, Katie, how long does it usually take for you to draw and ink a Shred Monkey comic?
Seems like 3 years now.
years usually takes. That's your answer. But you did release a short a while ago that was about like convention dreams, right?
Yeah, a couple hours.
Yeah.
I haven't done one in years though, so yeah.
No, technically that one wasn't. That was like the first of the new ones.
To be fair though, like I drawn the first 2 panels like years ago and just hadn't done anything with them.
Oh.
Because I was gonna do them for a TCAF and then got busy and then didn't. And so I still had these 2 panels where I was like, I could still make that strip.
What if you go back to like Family Circus style, just like one gag?
Oh, that?
Yeah, just do that for the next
maybe.
while. That could be you easing your way back into doing
I guess that
comics.
would take like an hour at the most.
So an hour to like.
Yeah, like a 1 panel.
Yeah. As we say, like Tumblr kind of replaced a journal comic because you can like instantly write the thing that happened to you, being like, I was on the street and this happened, or Twitter. Sorry, I mean Twitter. And it's like the Twitter is kind of the same idea as the journal comic. It's like little silly moments, just not drawn.
Yeah, I do find I'm getting off of Twitter now, though. Like, I'm trying not to be on it all the time. Like, I used to be on it a lot, and I'm trying just to take a break and kind of avoid social media for a little bit. But,
yeah, I'm avoiding Twitter for a bit, too. I gotta get
yeah, just because I gotta get so much done.
We got the third Ed asking Katie.
Yes, sir.
Any recommendations on printer scanner paper for a digital pencils to transitional ink workflow?
Yeah.
Traditional, sorry. I wanted to try my hand at it, but have no idea on what's reliable. My bad. Deleted this because I was spelling error.
Okay. Thing is, I use a Brother printer / scanner all in one. 11 by 17, but they don't have them anymore, or
really?
I don't think they're making them anymore.
Yeah.
They might have something similar. I haven't really researched into it lately because I bought mine maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But it's really good, basically because I work at 11 by 17, or 11 by 14, so I need a big scanner to be able to scan this in. Paper, I use Strathmore Bristol. I find that holds up good. Like you can stick it in your printer and print on it. And the inking comes out really well. Yeah, so if you go to, actually I've got like all this stuff listed out in detail. If you go to my website, katieshy.com, and click tutorials, it'll link you to a tutorial that I work on that breaks down exactly how I do this, what settings I print at, my printer, paper, everything. But yeah, Brother, I like them for printer scanners. And I like them because it was, sometimes if you try and get 11 by 17 scanner, it costs you almost $600. And then you have to get a printer on top of that. But the Brother all-in-one was only $400, and that was a really good deal. Yeah, Strathmore is the best Bristol I've seen so far. So hope that helps.
There you go. Information. Got Galaxy asking Tumblr-related favorite ships, romantic, not nautical.
I'm not really into ships right now. Oh, because I'm not really
a fan of anything.
I'm not really super fan of anything right now. Yeah. That's a private question.
I guess I never really follow any shipping stuff myself either. Like
yeah,
I don't tend to follow the series that people want to ship things for anyway.
No, I think my shipping was always kind of, isn't it funny when you pair all these characters together? But I was never like, oh, Avatar, Zuko should be dating Katara. Like, really
I honestly thought he was.
I thought he would
when I first heard of the series. Yeah, I'm glad they had like moments where they're like talking to each other. But I was like, nothing.
Because people are like, why did she go for him? And I'm like, because Aang was always supportive and kind and good and.
The list goes on.
Boy, he's a brooding bad boy. Like, yeah. I'm not really following anything too crazy for that. Yeah, I don't know. I'd say as long as it's entertaining, I'm like.
Yeah. What's your guys' favorite ships? Yeah.
Do tell.
Yeah, dish it out. Why are you asking us those questions? Why don't you guys? Tell us about your ship, man.
It's like reading what kind of naughty fan fiction I used to. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. That's personal.
Speaking of comics, Black Sad. The new Black Sad came out in English.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't read this yet, Black Sad is a phenomenal series. It was an ex-Disney animators? Or...
I think the artist worked on Hunchback.
Basically, it's oh gosh, I forgot the word for it. When it's animals that are human.
Not furry.
No, they're like standing. Anthropomorphic.
Anthropomorphic,
Is that right?
I think.
Either way, it's like humanoid animal noir stuff, and it's fantastic. It's so well drawn.
Yeah, beautifully done.
And a new one came out called Amarillo, I believe.
Yeah, it's all watercolor paintings. It's beautiful art.
Yeah, and it's really fun one. Like still like the strongest one. Like the second one was fantastic.
I really like that one.
And the fourth one, I think, was that the one in Louisiana, or was it the third one? Fourth one? It was it was with him in the water. 2 was
number 3 was in New Orleans.
I forgot now.
Yeah,
I'm confused. Either way,
this one is number 4.
The new one came out. I thought it was 5 because I thought the trade had 3 in it, or the big book had 3.
Big book had 3.
Yeah, so him in the water would be 4, and Amarillo would be 5.
So what was the 3rd
comic? I don't know.
I gotta go check it out.
I have to double check that. The point is, if you guys aren't reading it yet, that's one of our comic recommendations. Is Black Sad. It's fantastic. That I suggest. Beyond that, the only other thing I got free at the Silver Snail a little Afterlife with Archie.
Yeah.
Which I didn't really read it yet, but it's like
intense.
It is messed up. I haven't seen some Archie in a while, but this is some messed up stuff. Yeah. Man, they've changed, man. They've expanded their readership. These guys.
Yeah.
So check that out.
Pretty gritty. If you like gritty,
it's some of the most grim. Like I've read some gritty stuff, and this is like Archie's harsh, man. This is like worse than.
And I remember having Archie Meets the Punisher back in the day.
Yeah, that was
still
fun.
funny.
Yeah, this is like real cast. Wow. Atomic Bitch Slap.
Well,
which I haven't heard from in a while. Says, which animes you guys watching? Changed my name from Stefan. Oh, it's your time. Okay, that helps us. Now I know who people are.
Right now.
Well, I haven't actually watched much since Titan season 1 ended. So there you go. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, nope. I was gonna say I was, but I wasn't. If I started anything, I didn't continue.
Yeah, like I've kind of dipped into I watched the first episode of Space Dandy because I was curious about it, and I was like, all right. Yeah. I'll check this out some more. I haven't really had time to follow it.
I've been meaning to because there's so much fan art and cosplay. I've been meaning to watch Kill la Kill.
I watched a bit of that.
And Madoka, of course, I do want to try out.
I was super into something.
I think I started Free. I just didn't continue because I'm like, all right, they're swimming, and I'm like, well, I didn't keep going.
Kind of skimming just a couple things.
There was that Polar Bear Cafe or whatever it was that I saw the first episode, but I didn't continue.
Yeah, I can't really.
And there's always Queen's Blade on Netflix.
No,
you can always watch if you want a good show. Queen's Blade has one of the deepest plots.
No.
The most voluptuous plot. Full this plot.
Darn it.
Yeah, no, I haven't really watched much of the anime. Like we've been way into watching Korra right now. Like honestly, Korra season 4. No spoilers. I think we haven't seen the most recent, but season 4 has been spectacular so far.
Korra. I've started watching. Actually, that's what I was caught up on. I this week I caught up on pretty much all of Adventure Time, which I hadn't really watched a lot of. So I was like, what is going on with this series? What is all the backstory? So I blasted through that. That was a fun time. Bob's Burgers, it's not anime, but I'm catching up on a lot of just kind of funny stuff we got going on.
We both finished BoJack.
BoJack Horseman was
good. It was a really good ending.
Yeah, very interesting. Very, again, just a lot of heavy stuff.
Yeah, I want to get into regular show at some point.
I love regular show.
I feel like I need to do more stuff that doesn't involve me editing video or audio, so I can watch these things just kind of on the side. Because I feel, isn't that how you get most of your watching done?
Yeah, well, I can't, when I'm coming up with storyboard panels, I need to focus, but when I'm cleaning up, I can tend to just zone out.
Yeah.
Because I'm just tracing more or less what I've already got there. So I'll put on regular show or just stuff to kind of listen to and then check out. And super funny. Yeah, not catching up on a lot of animes right now.
Yeah, at some point I might try to get back in, but I'm waiting for Attack on Titan season 2. That's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I haven't been following Titan. I kind of want to get back into Utena. I never really watched all of that. I'm curious.
Well, because we had a box set, but that wasn't the whole thing, was it? Because I've seen some stuff that I'm like, that's not from the movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot more going on here.
Yeah.
And there's Utena, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's great, interesting premise. Though. It's a weird series.
Also, I noticed that they have. I'm gonna have to check this out. They have Princess Jellyfish on Netflix, and I really want to watch it, but there's no subtitles. There's a problem with watching on the computer, and I want to give that a watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It hasn't been a super consumer month. It's been a really busy month, so maybe this winter I'll watch more stuff. When we're all stuck inside in the freezing cold.
That's true. We have nowhere else to go.
Yeah, it's nice out right now, so I'm trying to get as much sunshine as I can before we have to hibernate in the Toronto winters. And
also, Talk Bitch Lab comments is how Steven misspelled his own name. So
did you?
Apparently, I didn't.
Oh, he's misspelled.
Stefan.
We
got Galaxy going back on shipping, saying, "I think I'm starting to ship Green Girl. I forget her name, and Ava from Ava's Demon. Do you know Ava's Demon?
Oh yeah, that's a really, really beautiful webcomic. Okay. Green Girl is the mean girl with the green hair. Yeah, I got the Kickstarter for that book. Super gorgeous. Super pretty.
We got Sarah Aquarian saying, I think the only things I follow right now is Steven Universe and Korra. Two good choices.
I'm behind on Steven, but I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah, we're behind on a bunch of shows. We got to catch up on a bunch of that. Winding down on things to talk about. So if you guys have any questions or if you just want to compliment us for finishing 3 seasons, I'm all for hearing that. If you want to just be like, hey, guys, good job. Yeah. Just, yeah. I'm all for that. Beyond that, not too much else. Just the last exciting thing was last week I made my first curry.
Woo!
I searched high and low and then went to Pat, which is this Korean or shop up in Koreatown, and I bought a pack of curry block, got some potatoes, got some carrots. A little like a beef. I did, and the process was actually pretty straightforward. You put in. Did I do onions? Oh yeah, onions too. So onions, carrot, potato, beef. You heat up your little pan or skillet, whatever it is. Put the onions in first. Go put it around. It's all good. Throw the beef in. Or maybe the onions came later. I forget. Did I even put onions in there? No, probably didn't. Point is, then you put the beef in and you just brown it. You don't cook it all the way through because you're gonna be doing what is it called when you leave it on top and it's like stews or whatever it is. It's called. It stays in the pot and it's like a low heat, but it's still bubbling.
Simmer?
Yeah, simmer. Yeah. Okay, so you browned all the meat, then you take it all out, then you put in your chopped up potatoes, your this and that with the water. I think there was water. Oh gosh, I'm forgetting everything. There must have been water. Yeah.
You're gonna wreck everybody's recipes.
And then you cook this and that, and then after a while you put in the curry sauce, but then you put in the meat. Regardless of what it is, I made a really good curry, and it's still in the fridge. It lasted a good week. You get a lot of curry from this. And I gave you a pack of this stuff too. Yep. It was one that's like apple-ish flavored or something like that.
It was interesting. I've never had that.
Yeah, it was good. You just put on rice, good to go. So I'm proud of myself. Never made curry before. Look at me, on my way to cooking good stuff. That's like the last of my updates. I don't have much else to go on. It's 11 o'clock.
Oh yeah, we need to eat some food.
Yeah, I haven't eaten anything yet. So we have a few parting notes, but first let's just check out what other people are saying. We got the third Ed saying Space Dandy is great. A few episodes in both seasons are kind of dull, in my opinion, but overall there are a lot of gems. Plus plenty of throwbacks to Cowboy Bebop. The second season's first episode will forever make me laugh. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop was fantastic. If you need to go back, Cowboy Bebop is one of the greats. It is a spectacular show. Yeah. That's about all I've got. Unless you got any notes?
No.
It's 11 o'clock. It's Akira. All right, quickly. So, Chromatic Press, Sparkle Monthly, the manga making folks in North America. Tomorrow is the last day to audition for their upcoming audio drama called Girl with Too Many Cats or something like that. Yeah. I'm not terribly certain. But if you're in the Toronto or the New York area and you want to be a voice actor in their production, tomorrow's the last day to audition. So look up Chromatic Press or Sparkle Monthly and auditions and stuff and see if you can find a way in and submit your recordings. I haven't done it yet because
tomorrow.
Yeah. I'll try tomorrow. I just worry that the voice is too serious. I gotta be like, were you talking to cats just now? Or something like that. I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I have the voice for that.
Oh, cat.
Hey, you're talking to cats.
What was that, huh? You talking to cats? What?
What was that from?
It's just like with some of the voice acting in Akira.
Oh,
like,
Akira.
Hey, what was that? Huh? Like, what's with that?
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, no, there's also like
that.
the girl on the phone was like, I know, right? What's her name? Oh, I don't care. But anyway, I wasn't like, shoot. It's like there's no time for silence in Akira. Akira was constantly going.
Yeah, I was a little questioning a little bit of the voice acting.
Yeah.
But overall, good stuff.
Yeah,
There's
but if you guys
stuff, I'm like, who talks like
But if you guys want to take your chops on it, look up Chromatic Press or Sparkle Monthly and see if you can audition. Last day to do it. You can get into audio drama.
Yes.
Quickly got Sarah Corin saying, beware, you may soon fall into an endless pit of Pinterest curry recipes.
Oh no.
It's interesting because curry is very much like stew. It's just kind of like you let it sit on top of the stove and become stuff, and it's great.
No, but when you go on Pinterest, you'll want it to look beautiful.
Usually, like each year around Comic-Con is when like I add one additional like social media thing. But I think I've cut myself off because I can't go to Pinterest. I can't go to Foursquare. I can't like add all these things.
I've already got Tumblr. If I have any other giant feet of art, I'm gonna just
Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook is kind of like my limit at this point. Galaxy adding, you can add a spoonful of apple puree into the curry and make it special.
Oh,
yes.
Sounds good.
That sounds delightful. Cool. I think that's about everything I got.
Cool.
We talked about Smash Bros. Talked about John Wick. Talked about Shrimp. Talked about Marvel. Talked about stuff. Yeah.
Good.
I think I'm good.
Good stuff.
Upcoming events. Halloween is happening. Dress up. Go to Halloween. Have fun. Be safe. Be warm. It always rains every Halloween.
Daylight.
Yeah.
Don't
trick or treat between the hours of 2 and 5.
What else is boring?
That was just the lessons we were always taught on like TV. Garfield was like, remember kids, Halloween in broad daylight.
Actually,
like,
Halloween, just stay home and eat lasagna.
Yeah. Yeah, so go enjoy Halloween's, make costumes, eat some candy, brush your teeth. Actually, I have a dentist appointment like the very next day.
Oh, yikes.
I realized they called me. I'm like, no!
Yikes,
I gotta go to the dentist after Halloween. Or that could be the best thing. It could be like quick recovery.
Yeah, actually, that's great.
Don't let
you should just go nuts with the candy. Just,
toffee it up. Why don't I?
You just show up with a mouthful of coffee.
That'd be the worst.
Making you my money's worth.
Links and stuff. Keep an eye out, of course, for the Valor Anthology. We just finished our submission for it.
Yeah.
And, I'm going to tell you now, it looks fantastic. Katie did once again bang up job.
I think he wrote a very sophisticated.
Like really stretching for this.
The word I couldn't find the word.
Story.
Yeah, like
about the human condition.
Story.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit darker than what we usually do.
Did Andrew show up now just as we're ending it?
He's in the hizzy.
Andrew Murray just joining the show as we're trying to wrap up and get out of here. I still have your damn wedding gift. Come and collect it. Jeez.
Yeah.
This guy. It's almost like he doesn't want it. Blech.
Did he know that you had it? Or?
Yeah, I told him on the episode.
Yeah.
Remember the Andrew Murray wedding special of Shanahanigans Live? Talked about TMI.
Too much information.
Regarding the curry? What
was TMI?
Did I say something TMI? I don't remember.
TMI.
Andrew says, wait.
The wedding gift, maybe.
Oh, I don't know. Or candy? Chocolate? Toffee? Toffee dentist? I'm going to the dentist is TMI?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh, did the Creepy Porpoise just join us now too? What is this? Why is everyone going? We said the show was at 9:30. Why is it dropping in 11? It's our season finale. You think people care?
And Andrew, the show is ending season 3.
Yeah.
Season 4 starts Tuesday.
Yeah, season 4 starts next week with no rhyme or reason or fanfare. Lil Armina, are you just joining us now too?
Hi, Fred.
Do we have to work on promotion? Is this what we're lacking?
I think that's what we need to do.
Oh my gosh. How do you guys hear about this show? Do you guys follow the Facebook or Katie's Twitter? Yeah. Creepy Porpoise just joined us now. I missed the whole show. You and Andrew Murray both. You guys can together watch online. What costume you guys are wearing? That's Lil Armina. I'm going to try to make some sort of like Mario 1-Up mushroom because I have the 1-Up mushroom hat. And I just got to track down like a ski mask that's white and like paint the eyes black. Like there. And I'm just going to walk around.
If I can't think of anything clever, I'm going to reuse last year's Mabel.
Yeah.
It's easy.
I was like wrapping it up.
Guys,
Like,
it's 11. We need to go eat.
it's 11 o'clock. We haven't eaten yet. We just watched Akira.
I feel really hungry after that.
When Tetsuo becomes all blubbery, I'm like,
I was like, I wish it was shrimp fest right now.
Which was still shrimp fest.
Oh boy.
So once we end the show, you guys can go. Oh, so Andrew was actually scared that we were ending the series. For God's sake, Jim Crone said, "Hey guys, what I miss?
Wow.
Tell me you were here this whole time."
I think everybody's just showing up.
Why? What is? We should all be in bed at 11.
Well,
Why is everyone joining us now?
West Coast, it's like 9.
You guys.
Wait, if you said 6:45, did you say Eastern Standard Time?
Yeah. Wait, what? Yeah, EST.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I said there's 9:30 post Akira EST. And I admit we were a little late. You guys are like 2 hours late. That's not fashionable. Well, it's Creepy Porpoise saying, it's the darn West Coast. I was super psyched about coming home and actually being able to see the show after work. But life happened.
Life happened.
And I read that tweet too. It was like, I'm finally going to see the show. I'm like, Creepy Porpoise is going to be our season finale. Not so. Okay, cool. But you guys, my face is hurting because I've been chewing gum this whole time. I probably shouldn't have been. Atomic Big Slap saying, are you doing anything special for the opening of season 4? Unless I switched instruments from accordion to something else. I don't have. I mean, do I have like a windpipe or something around here? Or like, no,
I hear you playing it sometimes.
I can't sing on the ocarina.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, I'm like, accordion. Who the castle? It wouldn't work very well.
Just do that.
No, that's a terrible idea. We're stretching this out. Jim Crone saying Tetsuo's always being a big baby.
Yeah.
Oh, waka waka.
Yeah, he's a big baby.
And Andrew Murray saying encore. No. This is like when the comedy special ends and then the lights turn on. You're like, oh, there is no encore because people are not leaving their seats. That's what's happening. Lights are already on though. Cool. Upcoming events. Halloween, of course. Enjoy Halloween's. Tell us how it is. November. Is there anything happening in November?
I think Buck Island's got a bunch of talks happening, but I don't know offhand.
There's an Assassin's Creed event on the 5th, I believe, for Unity coming out. So if you're in Toronto, it's a free event. You don't even need tickets. Just show up. And the Assassins are great. It's going to be fun. So check that out. I don't know if I think that's next week. But beyond that, yeah, nothing to update just yet. We'll keep you guys posted. Links to check out, as I talked about during the show, if you want some, poorly drawn yet equally as witty as ever comics, check out Shaggy World Problems over on my Tumblr, Shaggy Shan. There's a link there. It's the Shaggy World Problems comics. There's 3 of them up right now. Maybe there'll be 4 by the end of the week. I just kind of draw them willy-nilly and spend way too many details drawing real-world objects that I shouldn't put so much time into. I should have just taken a photo. Yeah, boo. Real-world objects.
I should just make all these comics photos from now on.
Oh, it's Atomic Bitch Shop's birthday in November.
Happy birthday in November.
Enjoy that in November. It'll be good times. So once again, check out the Tumblr, Shaggy Shan, if you want the comics. It's my attempt at journal comics just because I want to practice drawing enough that I can like show someone something if I'm like, this is what I'm thinking, So once I get good enough, I'll quit.
Yeah.
We got Galaxy saying, sorry, I was chatting with a friend in a Facebook window. I was telling TMI to her, but I sent her instead by mistake. So here. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, so the dentist was just enough.
I'm curious what that information was.
JEI, just enough information was our trip to the dentist.
Well, now my interests are piqued.
Yeah, what was your friend talking about?
Yeah,
or you can tell us next time because we gotta go eat. Katie, of course. Twitters and Tumblrs is Katie Shy.
It is.
Myself, Shaggy Shan. Also go to uberfriendship.com to keep an eye out for Glenn's riveting article, hopefully, on our time at the Nintendo event where we played about 6 hours of Super Smash Bros. Eight players, Super Smash Bros. So good. Also November, new Mario Kart tracks are coming out, so look out for that. If you're part of our our late at night Mario Kart League, our Thursday night Mario Kart League, look out for new stuff coming out. We got a little Armina saying, I like your comics, Shaggy. At least you have one fan.
Nice.
That's nice. Last time I checked, I got like 18 notes on Tumblr, and that's like 18 more notes than anything I've made.
Well, you should keep it up.
I'm off to a good start, guys.
Yeah.
Gonna have a brand new spanking new book. We got Christopher Amaro saying a thingy and a plus you. I can't read that. What's that? It's like a cool. It's a character I don't recognize, but that's cool. Or watching you. My eyes on you.
Eyes on you.
Eyeball
plus
you.
you.
Plus you. Good.
Eyeball.
Wait, what's that called? The ellipses? I ellipses plus you. It's late. We just watched Akira. My brain. It's on Bishop saying also show the drawing before you leave, please. Oh yeah. Good call.
Drawings.
There's the new Silly Kingdom being inked in real time.
Yep. Breakfast is being flipped.
Yep. Do you know why? You won't until it comes out. Keep an eye out. Go to sillykingdom.com. All recent information that we ever have will go there. Otherwise, you want to go to Shanahanigans on the Facebook, SHAN.
AHAN.
IGANS. That's also where we post all the information about when our shows will be. Normally Tuesdays. At 8 p.m. But if stuff happens like life and old anime film screenings, we'll change it around. But we'll tell you there first. And your Facebook feed won't tell you because, once again, Facebook wants us to pay to let the message spread wider, which we will not.
We refuse.
We stand against paying for things. Freedom, I say. But beyond that, this has been season 3.
Finale.
Shanahanigans Live.
Whoa.
3 years.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
And it's like it's like with Korra, where just every season gets more epic.
Yeah, and it also starts really quickly after the last season because Nickelodeon's trying to cancel you or something like that. So next week, season 4 begins.
Show Nickelodeon.
No fanfare, no cake. It'll just be another day. Celebrate with us, why don't you? See you guys next week, next Tuesday on Shanahanigans Live. Also like, follow, subscribe, so it looks like we have more viewers than we think we do.
Yeah.
Cool.
Make us feel
happy. All
happy.
right. See you guys next week. Cheers.
Bye, friends.